in service of our country. And I thank you for all those people that are serving our country currently, also our first responders. Lord, we ask you to bless this food, the good of our bodies, and our bodies, our service, in His name we pray. Amen. Go ahead and bless the flag, please.
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join us in the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First,
Is it liberty?
second,
Is it criminal concern?
third,
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
fourth,
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
and for fielding Whipple.
Is it fun? Thank you, Merritt. He had a twinkle in his eye and I was scared he was gonna pull a Bobby and like mix up the order of it and really mess us all up. Thank you for not messing us up, Merritt. All right, cool. All right, as you sit down, please remember to empty your pockets into the change cart buckets. Greg, are we ready with guests and raffle? Since we are starting over with the raffle because someone won last week.
You probably all know Kyle won last week, and I'm gonna embarrass Kyle by pointing out that if $1,217 he won, he only get 500, and he's gonna give the rest back to the club.
Thank you, Kyle.
Do you have a guess you want?
I do. Adrian, would you stand up, please? So I'm a bad boss. This is Adrian Free. Adrian is our Director of Education at Lockerly. He's actually been with us for a year. And I'm just now bringing him to Rotary. I'm very sorry. But this is Adrian Free. He's phenomenal. He's our Director of Education. He manages all of our field trips and all of our summer camps.
Okay, this is almost anticlimactic. We're gonna ask our guest speaker here to take the hand to me. Thank you, ma'am. All right, the big winner of the nuts. 788. 788.
Well, where's the, so what, y'all just, you don't buy them unless the pot hits a certain point? Seriously? Okay.
We know. Look at him looking for the berry. Amy Spade.
Eh. And so it goes. Yeah. Would you like to introduce your visitor, Jimmy?
My sister, Mary, she is the past president of governor for 6,900 places.
Important people in our midst today. Thank you. All right, William, do we have any prayer requests? Everybody's happy and healthy and yes, all right.
Just, we do need to keep Neil Dyer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tara's husband, Neil Dyer. Thank you. Any community announcements? Wine in the Woods tonight. Fred?
Real quick, on your tables, how's everybody doing this afternoon? On your table, there's a sign-up sheet again for the Baldwin High School fusion. This is what I talked about last week, but there's a sign-up sheet with the time. The names you see on there are the ones that I've already said they could participate or would. So just go ahead and write your name in there if you feel like volunteering. I know it's 10:30 to 12:30, but I'm going to go ahead and just say, hey, if you can do it for 30 minutes, then that's good. Go ahead and check your name in during that block of time, coming 30 minutes, and we'll see to it that you get with the group and be able to support or serve in some capacity for that small amount of time. Because even a little bit, even just that little bit is a big deal. So do that. And also another thing, give you a little liberation. If there's times on here that someone on the list you don't like to be around, you don't have to say but
I'm not asking.
For each time period, that way when we show up at the front of Baldwin High School, we have our shirts on And we're a group, you know, sort of serving as together in that capacity during that time. So, please sign up. I'll be spinning this around for the next, week or so to get more, people to sign up. So thank you.
Cool. Any other community announcements, Tamara? I've got the email in my thing. Do you want me to grab it? No? Yeah, you can grab it if you want. Aaron?
Do you have on your list to remind them about 85th?
I do not. Would you like to take it away?
Just a reminder, we're gonna have a celebration of the
Yeah.
85th anniversary of our Rotary. This was the year that it was chartered. I can't remember the exact date. But
35.
before this year's out, we want to celebrate, so it's gonna be the last Thursday in June. The 29th, 5:30,
Mhm.
5:30 to 7:30, we're gonna have a guest speaker. We're gonna invite a lot of past residents, district people, and mostly old friends, so we would love to have everybody show for that event. It's gonna be at Simply Southern Bar, so, easy access to get to, lots of parking, and we promise you it's gonna be a great.
And we would like former Rotarians to participate in this. So we may be reaching out to you for some help in contacting former Rotarians like Fred Van Horn. Would love for Fred to be able to make it, but he's not a current listed person in the database and that kind of stuff. So we might be reaching out to y'all for a little bit of help there. And then we also had a request, well, not a request, just an announcement from Tommy French. You'll remember the Harrisburg Community Garden came and spoke a few weeks ago. And Tommy is letting us know that years ago, a red oak tree was planted and dedicated to the memory of Deacon Joseph Ward on the hill above the garden, and a bench was there, but eventually the tree died and the bench rotted away. And today they've planted a new 10-foot crepe myrtle, and they are raising money to put in a replacement bench by selling buttons like the one Tamara has there, their Juneteenth buttons. And Tamara will have the buttons with her next week. If you would like to purchase a button, or if you would just like to make a donation towards the memorial bench at the Harrisburg Community Garden. Cool. All right. Can y'all see? No, you can't. Okay, so because I'm here and in front of the laptop, I can see all the people that are on by Zoom. And I just wanted to note that Nolan is on by Zoom today, and we haven't seen Nolan in a while. So could we all give Nolan a big, hey, Nolan?
Hey.
He's waving. Okay. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to hand it over to Tamara to introduce our speaker.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming today. We're honored to have with us some people from Washington County that have an old farm and have been doing a lot of good work in the Middle Georgia area. And we're going to get some updates from them today about what they're doing for this growing season. Would you please welcome from Rocking A Farm, Lori and Harlan Archer.
Good afternoon. All right, we've got a, hey, where is my? Hey, Tamara. Well, I reckon I can't see the.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Get it right there.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, is it working? Okay, all right. I'm Harlan.
Traffic conditions that cause
We've got a farm in
unavoidable
Washington County that we pretty much had.
types of cargo.
2008.
The driver of the bus is
2010 is when
responsible
we
for
kind of
passenger
started.
safety. Transporting passengers also demands
And,
effective social skills.
let me-
Loss of or shifting cargo while driving can
Well, I'm not
result
gonna
in
show
serious
that, so
accidents.
it's gonna be hard to go back. and
Transporting
forth, but
hazardous materials.
Basically,
explosives,
Lori and I,
flammable,
we
and toxics
both lived in
increases the
Milledgeville
risk of injury and property damage
and
extending beyond the accident site.
and went to college and had our careers and I spent about 8 years at Grumman while I was in college, and then I spent about 30 years in kaolin industry. And my wife is a pharmacist, and she kind of quit being a pharmacist years ago because we had such a big family. But at the end of 2019, I retired. And so we really have started to expand our operation on our farm. And so now we're gonna spend all the money we saved up on. So that's kind of what we're doing, but and what we do is, oh, it's not, okay, hold up. It's changing here, but it's not changing. I'm glad you noticed that.
That would have been kind of boring just to watch
Yeah.
that. While we're waiting, I don't know if y'all are familiar with Local Harvest or
Yeah,
Georgia
you-
Grown. I'm sure everybody's seen the Georgia Grown sign. We're members of Georgia Grown and Local Harvest. So if you're looking for a particular product or agricultural thing that you want or to visit, you can go onto those websites and we're listed. And we offer tours of our farm. We offer produce. I don't like to pick it and clean it for markets, but if you would like to come and gather them, I offer that. It's not a pick your own, like come pick all you want, because I don't have that kind of volume. But if you were interested in, say, I'd like some fresh cucumbers and tomatoes and squash, bring a basket and I will sell you some at the farm, okay? Also, while we're right here, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this
Okay.
out. Milledgeville Main Street does a Millie market on first Fridays affiliated with the First Friday events, even though it's not on the flyer. But from 4 until 7, every first Friday, we're at the market pavilion. There's lots of great vendors there. We offer our pork and our beef and eggs and raw milk and all of that there on those weeks. So if you haven't come, you gotta come.
All right, hold up.
June 2nd.
This isn't. The screen is working on the screen, but it's not working up here. It's not transferring. I don't know if we need to reload everything or what. I got my computer in the car.
I don't need to see that.
All right, let's see. Now it's up there. Let's see what, yeah, hit the slide.
There we go.
Okay,
There you go.
all right. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
There's the
All right.
voice.
Where am I? All right, so one thing we do, we raise cattle. And all of our cattle is on grass, it's grass fed and grain finished. Meaning, it's on grass, but then 60 days before it's time for it to go to the processor, we put it in a small paddock. They got all the grass they want, but they also have all the candy they want in that red thing there. Okay? And they have that 60 days. And then we also take our beef down to Yoder's in Montezuma. And the reason we take it there is that they do a great job, but also they age it up to 21 days. And that makes a big difference with the taste of your beef.
And they did the inspection there.
Yeah, they also do the inspection. So if you wanted a pound of hamburger or steak, I can sell you that. You don't have to buy a half a cow or a whole cow. So, and right now C&B cannot inspect the beef. They can hogs, but they cannot do the beef. But so we do that. Here just some pictures of our cattle. They're all friendly. I mean, you can walk up to them, and when we get one that's not friendly.
I'm gonna throw this in.
Yeah.
We were in a cow and calf operation and we took a brief vacation from that because we thought we were gonna RV for a long time.
Yeah.
And COVID happened and we'd already sold our herd. So We are currently working, we've gotten our first calves this spring that were born from our bull and our Marie Grays and Sim Angus heifers. So these Sim Angus steers you see here will be the last ones that we've bought. We're going to be producing our own.
Okay. Then we also have a couple of Jersey cows, and we have a pet food grade.
I have a pet food license,
yeah,
so I can sell the raw milk
Right.
as pet food,
right. For your pets.
whoever they are.
Yeah, so, but you know what? She also does, you know, she makes milk out of it. We use the tallow and the fat from the tallow from the beef, also fat from the hogs, you know, make soap, lard.
Yep.
But then likewise, yogurt, cheese, I make for our own use, butter. Best ice cream you can eat, because they come from Jersey cows. And Jersey has like the highest percentage of milk fat of any milk cow. And they're very tame, they're very nice. I mean, they just some of the best looking little, that thing looks like a deer, right? And I mean, they're gorgeous. Now, we have pastured pigs, and when we say pastured pigs, they aren't on concrete. They are not on a dirt lot. We keep the density down so that they stay on pasture. Now, I put this picture up here today because 2 days ago, I picked these pigs up from a commercial breeder. And in the past, what I've always done on the pigs, I buy feeder pigs, meaning they're 6 to 8 weeks. Then we take them to our farm. We keep them 4 months, keep them on pasture, give them pig feed, and then I take them to the market, because typically a pig is going to be about 6, 7 months old when you take it to the butcher. All right, now these, and I got one boar, the bigger one. All of those are about 6 to 8 weeks old. And their whole life, they have never been on anything but concrete. They're born in a farrowing house, and then after they get weaned, they go to another little concrete thing. And then I come, or somebody else comes and buys them. Those pigs were off the trailer less than 3 minutes when I took that picture. And I had a video, but I didn't do a good job, so I didn't put it up there. But those pigs were out of the trailer 3 minutes, and you can see them, they're eating grass. Pigs eat grass. Most people don't know that, but they keep this paddock eaten down while they're out there eating the grass. And then likewise, you know, acorns and stuff, you can have that for them. But it's amazing to me. I really didn't, you know, until I really started doing all this, that
I think we're led to believe that pigs eat corn, because in any children's book you see pigs with corn and pods, whatever. They do like corn.
and I didn't mention on
That's why it was dinosaur.
we're sold out on those until like August, and we got some in August, September, October, November. Pigs, I got a little bit, 1 or 2 available in June, and then I'm gonna have some available in the, you know, early to late third quarter of this year. And then just more pictures of they're out there grazing around. We've got a bunch of free range chickens. That's probably, let's say 40, they're out running around, you know, and we have automatic doors, so they open in the mornings, close at night, so we don't have to remember to go up there and
Well, they're
whatnot.
spoiled. They're
Yeah,
spoiled.
yeah,
When they see us come
yeah,
up, they're
yeah.
like, where's the treats?
And you know, this is one of the chicken houses, like a little portable thing I made years ago. But they're just, and then of course we have we keep a big garden, and it's
We aren't certified
organic, but
we're not certified naturally grown, but I can tell you that we try to practice agriculture the way our grandparents would
Right.
have.
Yeah.
Other than adding synthetic fertilizer,
Yeah.
there is no pesticide, anything on those. The
Right.
chickens help keep the bugs down. I feed this, I can eat anything just straight out of the garden. I do not have to wash it unless it just has dirt on it, but I feed it to my milk cow. She loves kale. The donkeys love the pea vines. I mean, it's all given and all recycled. I don't put anything on it.
You know, we got muscadine. She makes jelly. I mean, she makes relishes. I mean, you name it, she makes it, and it's good. And if I didn't work all the time and run every now and then, I would weigh about 400 pounds, but you know, goes over that, all kind of canned goods and whatnot. Now, we also, this last bullet point, we are renovating a farmhouse. I'm gonna go into that in a little bit. Once we get that house renovated, she can have a cottage food license. So everything's certified, everything's inspected. So it kind of opens the door a little bit on what we can do there. And that's probably 30, 100-year-old pecan trees on the place. She makes some of the best pralines you will ever eat. And they come from our trees, no antibiotics, anything.
Yeah,
And
we
then-
don't have
not
the
antibiotics,
equipment
but
to spray our
pesticides,
trees
yeah.
anyway, but they've never been
Yeah.
sprayed ever. So
If she get her.
Anyway, then we got, farm materials are welcome. We are members of Harvest Host, and that's where people, if you're a member of Harvest Host, you can sign up. I mean, you can call and say, hey,
So
can I park my RV here tonight?
crop of living in
And
the
so people come in and
she's
park the RV, then buy
Okay.
stuff that we may have at that given moment. Last week, we had somebody from Switzerland. This week, we had somebody from
Pennsylvania. who was-
Cocoa Beach, but really Pennsylvania,
we-
Canada, Vermont. I mean, all over the United States, we've had people come to the
California.
farm, and they typically like what they see. But here's a granddaughter here with one of the, here's a donkey. We got 2 baby donkeys.
A lot of our animals
Yeah.
are tame.
Yeah.
I have a bottle fed lamb that follows
Yeah.
me all around, and a chicken that's tame, and then we have donkeys
Yeah.
that, as you see, you can sit on or pet. My milk cow and her calf. I mean, it's just like any animal you want to pet, there's one there you can
He's
pet.
1,800, 2,000 pounds. He's huge. You walk up to him, he just wants you to rub him underneath the chin. I mean, seriously.
His head is
I mean,
massive. It's like
I
this.
think, and then, here's a farm pond. And one thing I didn't mention is that this land that we bought was actually in her family's, up into the like 40s. And it left the family in the 40s. And this house, and I'm going to show you, her father and 2 of her aunts were born in this house. We bought the place back in 2008, but it adjoins her parents' farm or land that stayed in the family, and it's been in the family for 200 years. So, I mean, that's one reason we wanted to renovate this stuff. Here's a,
This house was actually built, we think, in 1923
23.
by my great
so it's
uncle.
100 years old this year. And his old barn that we renovated, left and right. So here's the house that we started to renovate. We started on this about 2 years ago. It was about to fall in. I was gonna tear it down, build it, redo it, just back and forth. When I retired, we decided to go ahead and, so we brought a house mover in and had to tear down the porches and the chimneys and whatnot. A house mover came in and picked everything up, got everything level, rebuilt all the brick pillars underneath it. And we wanted brick, not concrete, brick pillars under there. And then we started systematically going through the house and renovating it. And I was working on it. Her 85-year-old father was helping me. And thank goodness I found a local guy by the name of Ricky Mathis in June of last year to help. And he's a real carpenter.
And a farm boy.
And he's a good guy. He's really good. And so he started helping me, but this is where we are right now. So on the outside of the house is a pressure treated rough cut lumber. I may put a sealant on it, but I'm not gonna paint it. And that's why I used to pressure treat it. Here is a side view and a rear view. And then this is the den. Those are the original floors. We made that rocking A out of an old wagon wheel rim that we found in the barn. The wall on the green or what color wall, it was underneath a bunch of plywood.
Flaky paint.
And so it was originally painted yellow, then green. And so we flaked all of that off, scraped it off, and then shellacked over that. So it's, help that look. And all the trim and stuff of the tin on the side came off the house. The boards on the wall came off the exterior of the house. And I saved a bunch of the boards, and all the kitchen cabinets are gonna be made out of the heart pine that came off the house. And
So
so
it's vernacular architecture, if you've
so-
ever heard that term.
and this is, yeah, that's a new one on me, but anyway, the picture to your left is it's gonna be like the master bedroom. I made the barn door out of some wood that was in the barn. There's gonna be a clawfoot tub in there. And then this is gonna be the second bedroom. We're putting brick or thin brick on that part. We made the mantles.
That's not like a real fireplace.
Yeah,
It'll be
It
electric.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
We had to tear that one down to lift the house. And plus we needed a bathroom and whatnot on the inside. So we used that space to build the front bathroom, but then we kept
And the doorway, we closed
closed it
in to
in.
make we're gonna use that for shelving.
Shelves,
Where the wall.
that heart line. And they just got done Monday, okay? So I'm still taking my shoes off when I go in now.
No
Uh,
dogs allowed.
And this is gonna be a little gift shop, so when people come to the farm, we're gonna, you can't really see it, but we're gonna have some shelves in one
Mhm.
wall. But the wood on the side came off the house, and and the wood on the ceiling was already there underneath a bunch of plaster. We sanded it down and put little battens over it. And then this is gonna be the kitchen or dining room. The first picture there, you got a little small dining room. And then you're gonna have a kitchen with a big sink there overlooking the pasture. And then to the right of that is gonna be her canning operation. So another sink there, and those doors right beside it is her pantry. And it's gonna be a picture over here to the left. That's gonna be the pantry, and then that's another bathroom. So we need to put this on our website. We need to update our website. And but we need to put this on our website. We're gonna have it so people can come and have a farm stay. You can sit on this porch. I mean, there are chickens running around the place. There's hogs in the pasture, there's sheep in the pasture, there's donkeys, there's cows. It's all out there.
kinds of just songs.
And it's on a dirt road. Okay. It's kind of the midpoint between the Fall Line Freeway and the Deep Step Highway. So we're out in the middle of nowhere. And but it's pretty cool, and we like it. Rainy days, you kind of wish you were not on a dirt road, but now, so that's what we got going on at this farm. And then I grew up in Baldwin County. My father always row crop, and I went to the kaolin industry, and but our farm is on the Baldwin County's, the Sandersville side of Baldwin County, right there on the Fall Line Freeway. And my father passed away a couple years ago. My mother went ahead and divvied up the farm between me, my brother, and my sister. And I got a long-term lease with my sister. And what I'm going to do is expand the footprint of our farm pretty dramatically. And what I'm doing is, here's a picture of it. I'm going to have 6 rotational pastures. So, and I'm going to put about 60 to 70 cows up there, and each one of those are 20 acres. So they spend 5 days pasture A, then go to the one with the pond, then go to one over here, then go here, then go, just basically rotate. And the reason you do that is that if you want the highest % protein that you have on grass, let's say if you're making hay, if you want the protein level to be at the best, typically every 30 days is when you want to go cut that hay. If you got the weather, you don't want to wait 40 days because it starts draining the nutrients out. And then before that, it's not really where it needs to be. So if you do true rotational grazing, it's going to help with bug control. It's going to help with the fertility of your pastures. It's going to rejuvenate your pastures. and your livestock gonna grow better. And then likewise, instead of just using the pond, in fact, I'm gonna fence off the pond, because if you want the cattle to have the best gain, you don't want them to be in your pond, because you know what? They in the pond water and they doing whatever they do in pond water, and they drinking it and all that stuff. So I'm gonna have a water system and piping and whatnot, and just have, a watering hole here, so they're getting fresh well water. And that's gonna be the process. And once again, this is on the Fall Line Freeway. I'm gonna have good signage there, and I'm hoping it's gonna open up, our market, because people are gonna see me now. I mean, they don't see me on the out in the middle of nowhere, but when they get there, they like it, but they don't know that we're there. So that's kind of the,
How far away is your farm?
about 4 miles. Once you get on the Fall Line.
It takes about 8 minutes to get there from our house. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you go into Washington County, the first dirt road to your left is called Leverett Road. It's where Cayman now has a deep river. You take that first left, you go back there, 2.4 miles, and now you have to make another turn, but so yeah, we're real close, and we are really enjoying it. I'm working a whole lot harder than I used to work, making no money, spending money, but
It's like retirement, right?
if we don't spend it, the kids gonna spend it when we're dead, right? We might as well at least build something with it, so
How many acres is your farm?
the
Just your.
160 acres, and then what my sister and I have together is 450 acres. But it's gonna be about 200 acres of that will be pasture and hay fields and whatnot. So I will have enough pasture land to comfortably do 100 to 120 cows. Now, if I can start selling 100 to 120 cows that way versus,
Taking them to the sale barn.
take them to a sale barn, or which we aren't gonna do that anyway. We're gonna sell off the farm. But if I can sell it this way, I got a decent business, and the market's out there. People are concerned about what they eat. And it's not going to be, we don't want to compete, are not competing with Kroger and Walmart. I mean, this is for people who want good quality, good tasting meat. And I'm telling you, the beef and the pork, we sell our beef at Huff's Market, and they got a pretty good clientele who only want Rockin' A beef. And I mean, I think it's the aging and also what way we do it. So anyway.
Right.
Need to go back into barbecue business.
Well,
Maybe.
wait, I mean,
We've talked about that.
That's in the thought process. I gotta get this built before I do anything else. Yeah, but we may do that. Yeah, yes.
Really impressed.
Thank you.
Is it just y'all that do this, or do you have?
But there is a fella. But he helps me, and he's going to, once we get the house done, and we got a hard stop on the house. We've got kids coming in on July the 4th. We got his, hers, and ours. We got 7 kids and 11 grandkids, and they gonna take our house, and we gonna be up at the farmhouse. So we got a hard deadline to get this thing finished. They can have all the fun they want down there. They can come see us right up the road.
Any interest in processing the chickens as well for me?
Well, we've done that before, but it's down on Harlan's list.
For them, if we did.
Yeah. But
It's a nasty job, and I wouldn't want to have to do that for a living.
yeah.
If I only had to do, 10.
Yeah.
maybe, but we did 80 the last time we processed in one day, and we swore
we
we
were
would never
working.
do it again.
Yeah.
And we haven't.
But you know, anyway, yeah. But it's really good, but
Boxes out of there.
You know,
What-
that's interesting. How do we, every now and then we do lose one, but I guess because we have large livestock on the place and the chickens go out in the pastures with the livestock. And right now, Harlan and painters, we have a lot of people working on the house, so I think that deters anything from coming up during the daytime.
Mhm.
And
At night they're locked up.
yeah, they know to go in their houses
Yeah.
at night and
But buying the photo sensor little door opener, because we have 3 houses right now, and I want to build another one. I mean, that's a lifesaver because you don't have, there are too many times, well, did we shut them up?
Right.
And run it up there, so this way, it opens in the morning and it closes, and so it minimizes. Because that's really when you're gonna lose most of them, it's gonna be at night.
mhm.
Hawks,
Early morning,
you know,
we have had a bobcat
Yeah.
that was taken on, and we've had possums and raccoons.
but that's why I made some changes. to that.
Right, but, for the most part, we, like I said, we have coyotes,
we
but
have-
we have donkeys too, and we have large cattle out there, so again, they're gonna be kind of wary about coming out. I mean, they hunt in the evenings too, so the chickens are usually up.
All right, well, thank you very much.
All right.
Instead of giving cash honorariums to guest speakers, we are going to be making a donation of a book to the local library in your name.
All right.
And we're gonna ask you to autograph it for us and with one of these pens, which you can choose and take with you. And the pens are made by our own Greg Lakeland. So.
Yeah. And we do have, website, I need to update it for the new house and everything, but it's rockingafarm.com. And we used, Georgia College, it was a grad student who built the website, they did a real good job, but that's 2 or 3 years ago. And, there's an online store there, that you can buy stuff, and, anyway.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thank you all very much. This was great. All right, don't forget to sign up for the food distribution. That's the sheets on there. Mary, past district governor from 6900. Thank you for being with us today. And of course, Adrian, thanks for getting out of the office with me, buddy. Today's thought for the day is from Willie Nelson. Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. Go have a great day. Hi, guys online. Good to see you.
You can't go to one. Yeah.